Transform this guy, start by taking these wheels and then just bringing them forward like this. Just fold them in. They are pegged in inside there, so they're nice and snug. What you want to do is kind of lift up the hood of the car to lift it because they are on these little hooks here. So you just want to make sure to lift it not to break anything off. And just bring this whole chest piece forward. So now the wheels will be nice and tucked under there so you can't see them. You can see his head is missing the top half. So what you want to do is just bring it in. And at first I didn't think that would... I thought that was going to be floppy when I first did it. But it actually stays very well. You don't have to worry about fiddling with it or anything. What you want to do is now just take this whole top roof, window section, everything. Just lift it up. Get these little tabs out. It is tabbed in, so just get them out of the way. Move it up. Take this whole foot section, or what will be the foot section. Actually, let's take this arm section and bring them out. Let's get these out of the way. So move that out of the way for now. Take this foot section. Just bring the whole thing. This is going to be the legs. Just bring them all down. And what you want to do is take this little piece here. See this little black thing here? Flip it upwards like that. Take this on both sides and just bring it up like that. Then flip this whole thing. Unpeg it first. Flip this whole thing out. Or actually, I have to make sure the spoiler's out of the way. Then flip this whole thing like this. Bring up the light section, the tail lights. Bring it up. So you can bring the foots up. And then do the same thing on both sides. Flip it down. Bring up the lights. Bring in the feet. Take this section here. And what you want to do is, there are panels right here. See this black part opens up. It's a little panel right there. Do it on both sides. It can be a bit tricky to get out, but you just need to get it out. And then you pull this down. See, do it on both sides. Well, actually, we'll move the lights out of the way because first let's do this. Bring this down. Then here we have a little tab right in there. You want to put it into the hole. A nice little peg hole. Make sure everything's lined up right so you can get it in there. And then it'll make a nice little click sound. See? There we go. Nice and tabbed in firmly. Make sure to do it on both sides, because that is what keeps it together. There we go. See? Nice and pegged in. See this little groove here? You want to line up the back lights with it, and it'll fit in perfectly. So that was a really nice little feat of engineering. They made it perfectly line up. There we go. Fits in perfectly. Bring up the feet, and make sure these are folded back. And you pretty much got the legs done. That's the legs. So now you see he's got his whole little spinal section showing off. What you want to do is a classic little accordion. Well, we'll bring these arms out first, actually, just to get them out of the way. So we'll fold out the arms. They are on a nice double hinge, but I'll get into that later. They are a bit of a weird hinge, but I'll get into that. And then just flip them around. These squares will be the shoulders. And all you have to do is just fold them upwards, and then the arms are pretty much done. I'll get his hands out later, but for now, it's pretty much done. So, oh yeah, and bring this crotch piece down. There we go. Which reveals his awesome six-pack. That's right. Sideswipe does work out. So we'll bring this down. It's, like I said, it accordions. So just bring it all down. And there's a little hook piece right here, which goes into the hood section. So what you want to do is just line it up. And there we go. Clips in easy, snug and easy. Love it. There's no worries about it unclipping or anything. It stays in. And this part's a bit tricky. So you want to fold in this whole, it's a double hinge. So you want to hinge it in like that, and then again. So that way, you just need to line it up properly, so that way everything will fit in and be snug. It's really complicated to explain. You kind of just have to know how to do it. But it's a double hinge, so you just need to fold it. That way it's more streamlined with the back. You don't really see too much back kibble. And there is a, it does peg in. Just got to make sure to line up properly, and then it'll peg in all nice and snuggy. So when you have them facing forward, see, it kind of lines up almost perfectly with it. You don't see any really back kibble. Then we'll just flip the arms facing this way, so you have the doors facing like that. Do it on both sides. And you just want to open up the doors, which will reveal the fists inside. And you just want to flip them out. Classic flip out fists. There we go. Do it on both sides. Just open it up. Not pegged in or anything, it's on a hinge. Just flip up the hinge. Do it on both sides. There we go. See? Very simple. It's a very simple transformation. The first time I transformed it, I was like, okay, this is it's gonna take me a little while to figure it out. I did not need the instructions after the first time, so you don't have to. It seems a bit complicated, but it becomes very instinctual after you do it. You know it. You figure it out. You know. You can see what was once a red and black car is now a very nice red with some accents of black and a white robot mode. I love the white on red. That looks awesome. It's like a raging flame, which I really like. I can see why they gave him a flamethrower, because it really fits with him. And as I forgot to mention, I guess you can call this part of transformation. I don't know if you want to call this accessories or transformation, but give him his awesome shoulder cannon, and he's ready for battle. Pegs in very well. So he's got his awesome shoulder cannon. Now he is definitely complete. I was going to say, something was looking a bit off, but there we go. So, he comes with his shoulder cannon and the flamethrower. I do have a minor little gripe about the flamethrower. It does peg into his hand. It has a peg on the side. But the problem is, once you have it pegged in, when you close his fist, it becomes, it pegs out. So you can't close his fist all the way. If you do, it'll unpeg it for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it still holds it fine. It's just wiggly. So just make sure not to close it all the way, so it'll be more snug. So it looks like it's closed, but it's not closed all the way. So minor gripe, like I said. So that's that. And of course, we have the pile drivers. So you basically just want to transform his hands back like you do in vehicle mode. Just do it on both sides. Flip his hands back in. Take the pile driver, and there is a little slot inside. You just grip it on. I find it's easier to do it when the door's open. Like, you can just like close the door and do it, but I find it's easier if you do it like that. Just then close the door after you're done putting in the pile driver. So, do it on both sides, clip it in. He's got the pile drivers. Ready to punch someone in the face. Looks like a boxer now. And they're cool. The chrome ones, those, I guess, I don't know if they're pile drivers or like screwdrivers or whatever. But those ones I wouldn't mind having. I don't mind not having it. It just wouldn't be cool. Those do come with the Amazon exclusive. I know there are some sites that are selling the Amazon exclusive one. I think Kapow Toys is selling the Amazon exclusive one. Could be wrong. But yeah, if you just look around, you can actually find it. And I think there's another one. I think Robot Kingdom also is selling the Amazon pile driver, chrome pile driver set also. So that's if you want it. I just got mine from TF Source just because I love them. They're my go-to site for figures.